I think that, look, I'm expecting
all
music.
I want you to do,
I'm expecting music. I'm expecting Rob Parker to
Alex,
stand up. I'm expecting him to have some type of top hat or something on.
Just
give some corny stuff about Dak Prescott.
Give us the news
not
and
signing.
Give us the news and then step aside.
Dak Prescott did not sign an extension with the Cowboys. Whoop-de-doo. And he will play on the franchise tag next season. Rob Parker, the floor is yours. I want music.
I told you, Chris Broussard. I've been telling you over and over. They'll get a deal done. Just wait. They haven't met since March. I tried to tell you that this wasn't going to happen, that they weren't going to sign Dak to a deal. And I'm going to tell you this. This is more than just about, well, he's on a franchise tag, they'll get a deal done, blah, blah, blah. You know what they just did? They just muddied the water when it comes to Dak Prescott. They just told everybody in the National Football League where they're throwing money around like it's monopoly money. Everybody's getting paid. All the quarterbacks got paid. But they don't want to make their franchise quarterback, their guy who's en route to being elite, they don't want to make him happy. They don't want to pay him and have everybody rally around him. I'm sorry. Somebody help me out. Jerry Jones, really? What are you waiting on? I don't want to say Jerry Jones is old, but they moved his office from the stadium to the cemetery. I mean, let's face it. How long do you have? And what you've done is you just compromised Dak Prescott in front of all of his teammates. How can they look at him and go, they wouldn't even cash that dude out. They don't even believe in him. They didn't want to make him happy. They could have looked at it and said, we got a short window, a small window. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. We got all the pieces here. And now you're going to have a guy out there trying to prove that he should have been signed and that he deserved it. There's doubt all around the National Football League today about Dak Prescott. Why didn't he get cashed out? They were giving away money. Hey, anybody coming along? Teddy Bridgewater, we got a deal for you. Ryan Tannehill, we got a deal for you. Anybody and their uncle, we got a deal for you. Wait, what? You had a great QBR last year? What? You were this? You had your best statistical year? What? And they still didn't bend to give the guy what he wanted? It's only going to cost him more money the longer they wait. That tells me more and more that he could wind up like Kirk Cousins and have to go elsewhere to get a paycheck. And God forbid that he gets off to a bad start or he doesn't play well and the Cowboys don't make the playoffs again. The bottom line remains that Jerry Jones undressed Dak Prescott today. He humiliated him in front of all of his teammates and to the rest of the National Football League because he refused to do what everybody else has done. Damn it, Matthew Stafford got a deal when his deal was up and they had to pay him. He hadn't won a playoff game in a decade. And Dak Prescott has to go walking around Dallas with his tail between his legs and a franchise tag slapped across his back because he's not worthy of giving him the deal to make him feel good and give the Cowboys a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Enough of this drivel.
I ain't paying for that.
I got to admit, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I thought you were coming much stronger. I thought you were coming much harder than that. I mean, I was thinking it was going to be. Oh, hold on. You just went off for 8 minutes. Can I have the mic?
Can you admit that you were wrong
Can I
about
have
this?
the mic? Sure. I'm a man. Yes, I was wrong. I thought they'd sign him. You happy? I'm a grown man. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it with my chest out. Fine. I was wrong. I thought they'd sign him. So what? He's still about to play for $32 million. He played last year for $2 million. You think there's an issue? When he walked in the locker room last year, did everybody say, "Oh, look at his tail between his legs"?
No, but that's a part of the
hold
CBA,
on. You
Chris.
had your
That ain't
8
got
minutes.
nothing to do with last
You
year.
had your
This
8
was his chance to get paid, and they refused to pay him.
I'm just gonna sit this. Go ahead. I'm just gonna sit it out. Go ahead. Cause you didn't. You know your stuff was weak, and you took 8 minutes and it was weak. So now you want to interrupt me? Go ahead. Just have the mic.
No, I want you to at least
I'm enjoying
just
some
keep
chicken
it 100.
and
just
corn
keep it
anyway.
100.
I'm
ain't
keeping
nobody
it
look at him-
100.
Ain't nobody look at him sideways. He's
Go
on
ahead.
a rookie deal.
Go ahead.
Talking about they looked at him sideways because he made $2 million last year. No. This was his chance to get paid, and they refused to pay him. They didn't give him the deal that he wanted.
Again, you
So
don't know what
instead-
you're talking about.
I don't. They didn't.
Last year they didn't pay him either. He was trying to get the deal last year. That's the point. Do you read? He was trying to get the deal last year, and they gave it to
under a rookie deal.
They gave it to Ezekiel. They could have signed him last year, but they didn't. And it didn't bother him a bit. He went out and threw for nearly 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. You had 9 minutes to make a case, and it was weak. That's why you keep interrupting me, because you know your drivel didn't live up to what you usually. I'll give you credit. When the music usually comes on, when you stand up and get out of your seat, when you wear special colors, you usually deliver, Rob Parker.
I'm the poo-poo king.
But this was weak, whack, in the words of KRS-One. My goodness. First of all, Jane Slater was on last night. She told us this isn't anything like Kirk Cousins. They never offered Kirk Cousins a deal. They just kept giving him a tag, and that's it. He had no choice. They wanted Dak Prescott for the next 5 years. Don't tell me they don't believe in him. They offered him a deal that would have made him richer than anybody this side of Pat Mahomes. But they didn't want him. He didn't want them. And you keep bringing up Carson Wentz, and when's he gonna play again? And Jared Goff, and I can't believe you go back to Matt Stafford. My goodness, what have any of them done? That maybe Dallas was looking at that like, what have they done? At the end of the day, Dak Prescott getting $32 million, and I like him, but he ain't worth that. I thought he would get 20-something million when we really started talking about this last year. So he's going to get $32 million. Next year, they'll either sign him to a rich deal or he'll get $38 million. The year after that, he'll either get a huge. The year after that, he'll either, if you read the franchise tag next year is $38 million. And if they don't give him a deal after that, or they want to, I can't imagine they franchise him after that, it's worth 54. But the Cowboys will pay up. The one thing you said that made any sense was that Jerry Jones is tripping. Because as you said, Rob, it's going to cost them more money. Just give him the 4 years that he wanted. And then take care of,
So explain
the new
why they
deal
didn't give it
later
to him,
on.
Chris. Explain.
Because they wanted
why.
5.
No, but why? It's going to cost you more money. It doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Why?
It's a bad move
Why?
by their front office.
It
That's
tells
all
you
there is
about
to
them and what they think of him. This is a power trip.
They
look at him as a fourth-round pick
5 years.
who they don't believe in.
If you don't
Give
believe
the guy
in
the
him,
contract.
if you don't believe in him, you don't offer him a 5-year deal worth $35 million. You don't.
That's because they knew that was a deal
That's
breaker.
only logic.
It was a deal breaker.
Oh, stop it. Stop. You
deal
had your
breaker.
time. You dropped the ball. You
I ain't
dropped the
dropped
ball.
no ball. You know it. I've
dropped
been telling you.
You got
for
fumbleitis.
months.
You dropped the ball. You
I've been
dropped the
telling
ball.
you for months about
I gave
this.
you 8 minutes.
I told you
gave you
for
9
months.
minutes.
I was spot
I gave you
on,
music.
as I always am.
I
when we
introduced
talk
you.
NFL.
Yeah. Really?
Spot on.
When's the last time you
Spot
picked the
on.
winner right? Were you
Spot
right?
on.
Were you right
Over
on the
and
winner
over.
last year, the Super Bowl?
All you do is pick the favorites. Anybody can do that. You don't have any
Why
magic
can't you?
ball.
Because you're
Listen,
0-2.
Because I don't do
You
that.
can't pick the
I don't
favorites
do that.
enough.
Because
now
I'm
you're
the
just
one who
incriminating yourself.
Because I'm the one who
Anybody can
picked
pick
the
the winner of the Super Bowl, and you're 0-2, Rob Parker.
And I picked the
last time I
Nationals.
watched the game
I don't
with you,
I don't always pick them.
You walked out of the
you do is
restaurant
take the
darn
easy
near in
road.
tears the last time we watched the game together. Talking about the tail between your legs. My goodness. 877-99 on Fox.
There was some garlic in the restaurant.
Look, you had your time, Rob. You wasted it. 877-99 on Fox. Is the Cowboys' refusal to give Dak Prescott the deal he wanted proof that they never really believed in him to begin with?
All right, Chris in Boise. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chris?
How you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, real quick, before I talk about Dak, I got to say we really need live sports back because the longer we go without live sports, the more Rob sounds like Skip Bayless.
Hey, Chris, you want me to hang up on you or you want to talk?
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hey, so I think Dak actually didn't want a contract. I know that sometimes the camps say, well, he wants a 4 or this or that. I think he was banking on a 2-year, basically a $70 million franchise contract. Then he can bail and get a 5-year, $250 guaranteed with another team.
And what if he gets
I don't
hurt this
think
year, Chris? What if he gets hurt this season?
He is gambling on himself.
Okay, I just want to make sure because no football player, if you have a chance to get some guaranteed money with a length to a deal, you would take that. So
every football player wouldn't. They offered him 5 years. He didn't take it. I mean, some would, some wouldn't. He bet on himself. Now, you're right. It might be the wrong bet, but he bet on himself. He could have signed a 5-year deal. He didn't want it.
It could come back to bite him. We'll see. Jeremy in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Everybody's saying shame on the Cowboys. Who's to say Dak's not got ears like his brother Tad in his ears saying, "Hey, man, you can get more somewhere else. Don't sign with Dallas. If they offer you this, ask for this. If they offer you this, ask for this." He's on the franchise tag because he's not stupid. He's going to get paid. He wants to get some money.
No, but the point is, let me just
you know,
say this to you, Jeremy. If you're the Cowboys and he's your guy, he's your franchise quarterback, don't you want to make him happy? That's my only question to you.
They offered him 5 years.
That's not what he wanted. If he's worth
It's a
it,
business, Rob. You don't just
do whatever
bend
you can
over.
to make
No, you
people
don't.
happy. Yes,
No,
you
you
do.
don't.
For
No, you
guys
don't.
you really believe
Nobody's saying he's Pat Mahomes. My goodness. It's a good
Said he's
quarterback.
elite.
I said he's en route, and I stand by that. Is Jeremy gone?
Mark in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Our telephone number 877-99 on Fox if you want to get in. And Josh in Texas, if you could get back in, try it. Go ahead, Mark.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
Hey, you guys must be in a bad mood for 2 days. Y'all locked up too much, man. Y'all been going at it like a couple of pit bulls. Wow. Jesus Christ.
I'm all loving. I think it's Rob. I don't know what's gotten into him.
real quick. Hey, Chris, I know you're the Cowboy fan, so I'm going to defer, but I'm going to throw something at you in a little bit of history. I think the Cowboys made a mistake, and it's coming back to haunt them. They paid Amari Cooper first that money, and I'm a Raider fan. He wasn't worth it. Then they came behind and they gave that money to Zeke. Now they paid 2 position players, and they kept seeing that quarterback market go up every year, knowing that they were going to have to deal with this with Dak, and they ignored it, thinking Dak was going to give them the discount. They kept saying, we'll work them out, and then Dak said, no, I keep seeing that kept going up. I want market value just like golf. Just like Wentz, I want market value too. So that's what happened. They paid the running back and the wide receiver first. Now they're dealing with the escalating quarterback salaries and having to give Dak that market value. That's what I see.
Nah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't think there's any doubt, Rob, that they should have signed him before at some point because it just would have been cheaper. The money, quarterback money just keeps going up. I mean, I don't know if the COVID will affect it, next year. We'll see.
I don't know what the game plan is. Somebody would have to explain. By delaying this a year doesn't mean you're going to get a better deal. It's going to cost you more money. So
right.
I don't understand that. That's why I'm saying you satisfy the guy, give him what he wants, and then you move on. It's only going to cost you more. Marty in Kentucky, you're on the Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up,
good.
Marty? We're good.
Mark over in Sacramento, he stole a lot what I was going to say. The Cooper deal and the Zeke deal made a deal with Dak now almost unfeasible to me because they're in such cap trouble. When you look back at Dak's history there, and he come there and at the time had the best O-line in the league and had the best young running back in the league, and he had all this around him, and it was all in the salary cap with him on a rookie contract, and they couldn't do anything. The time he was there, more than one division championship and one playoff win, and now they're going to have to pay him this kind of money. And how are we going to be able to keep? I would never say we the Cowboys. Shame on me. How are they going to build a team around him when they couldn't build it around him as a rookie? He's not Russell Wilson. He's not Pat Mahomes. He's not one of these guys that had these great accomplishments in that window. I don't get it for Dallas to make a deal with him for that kind of money.
Yeah, and next year's even going to be worse because his cap number, his franchise number is going to be 38, and so it's going to be interesting. I agree. I think they made a mistake.